Sheikh Jassim reaction may end Man United takeover saga after bid meets Glazer valuation. As Richard Arnold and John Murtough major clearout set to happen, Sir Jim Ratcliffe's latest strategic move in the Manchester United takeover battle could be the catalyst to Sheikh Jassim bin Hamad Al Thani agreeing a deal with the Glazer family. The British billionaire has reportedly met the United owner's valuation, which may spark a favorable reaction from Sheikh Jassim. According to The Times, the Glazers are considering a revised Ratcliffe offer for 25% of the club worth £1.5 billion. The Ineos chief's initial bid worth around £5 billion for the Glazers' 67% stake met their hefty asking price, given they reportedly value the entire club at £6 billion. But amid a reluctance to sell from Avram and Joel Glazer, Ratcliffe's new approach to accepting a minority stake before a phased full takeover in the coming years could prove more attractive. Sheikh Jassim is said to have offered £5 billion for 100% of the club and has shown little sign of budging on what is already an inflated price. The Qatari royal is reportedly unconvinced by recent reports regarding Ratcliffe's new strategy, considering it another tactic to create competitive tension between the bidders. But if Ratcliffe's fresh approach starts to win the Glazers over, it may draw a reaction to end the takeover saga once and for all. Give Me Sport report that the threat of the American family opting for Ratcliffe's minority investment is the only thing that could see Sheikh Jassim react. Sheikh Jassim is reportedly only interested in a full sale, meaning any reaction would likely have to be worth £6 billion to convince the Glazers to snub his rival. If he hits that asking price, the Glazers could be tempted to shake his hand and end their unpopular 18-year reign at Old Trafford. Anything less, and United's owners are bound to consider Ratcliffe the preferred bidder if he reaches as high as £1.5 billion for an initial 25%. The Glazers are reportedly partly hesitant to sanction a sale now because they believe the increased Saudi Arabian investment in football will boost the club's value. With that in mind, there may be hope among the 6 siblings that the money Ratcliffe eventually pays for a majority stake will total even more than £6 billion. While it remains unconfirmed that Ratcliffe has officially lodged an offer for a minority stake, the Glazers will likely be happy to stick around after delaying a decision for almost a year. But the ball would firmly fall into Sheikh Jassim's side of the court if he was tabled an ultimatum to react to a new minority bid or lose out on becoming United's new owner. In other news, Manchester United must axe Richard Arnold and John Murtough in major clearout, says pundit. Manchester United have been urged to strip it down and change the club from top to bottom. Manager Erik ten Hag has overseen a poor start to the season, with 5 wins and 6 losses in all competitions. There has subsequently been pressure on the Dutchman. But then what? If the results get worse, sacking him will only restart the cycle again. Ralf Rangnick famously said open heart surgery is required at Manchester United, not something as cosmetic as changing managers and players. So far that has not been listened to, and a pundit has urged everything to be gutted out. Major Manchester United changes. Former Premier League midfielder Robbie Mustoe believes a total clearout is required at Manchester United, pending a takeover. Mustoe told NBC Sports 2 Robbie's podcast after the win over Brentford that big changes are needed at Old Trafford. He insisted that Chief Executive Richard Arnold and Football Director John Murtough should both be replaced. He explained, "What this club needs is an absolute total strip down. Every part of that football club, stripped down, ripped and start again. Strip it down from the top. A new chief executive, a new director of football, and from that, you have a new recruiting department. Whether Erik ten Hag could still be the main coach, yeah, maybe he can, but everything around him has to change." He added that the way of thinking has to change at Old Trafford, pointing out the short-term transfer fixes which becoming cause for concern. Eriksen past his best, Casemiro past his best, Varane past his best. There's so many things that are a result of wrong decisions. Strip it all out and start again. It can only happen if the ownership changes, and that needs to happen. Takeover uncertainty. When it comes to the Manchester United ownership, there is a lot of uncertainty and has been for months. This can't be helping anybody behind the scenes, including Erik ten Hag. There is a fair chance new owners may want to install their own chief executive and football director, if not immediately, then within the first 12 months. Arnold and Murtough will be aware of this, and so too will their staff at Old Trafford, recognizing that changes could be made if the club is sold. This itself leads to a more short-term approach where those responsible can take short-term decisions to try and save their own jobs, and the lack of clarity about the club will be making everybody feel nervous. The changes Murtough suggests may be smart ones. Arnold did not help his cause at all with the handling of the Mason Greenwood saga this summer. Both Murtough and Arnold were upwardly promoted rather than being sought after external hires. It would be refreshing to see United chase the best in class and attempt a major overhaul. Something drastic does need to change to get the club back on track. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash the like button and make sure to subscribe to Man United Hub to get all the latest updates.